What's up, gamers? Your boy Beast Gamer Kuma here with my thoughts on the open beta of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. That's right. I was in the previous closed beta, and a lot has changed since then. And it's freaking awesome. They gave us a single player mode that test out the tracks, build your racers, which you can spend hours building not just only the cars but the decals. Now I'm gonna get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mostly, it's gonna be good, and some not so bad, just more like they need to improve on. So let's just keep it at that. So, real talk, Sonic Racing Crossworlds brings in crossplay for the first time in the Sonic Racing series. That's right. We if Now I've been playing Sonic All Stars Racing and All Stars Racing Transformed for years, and there are some ups and downs. They even got Sonic Racing R, which I didn't like too much, but this one feels pretty decent. It cuts into the middle. It's like some things I wish they added more on, some things I wish they would change up, which I hope they do when the game finally drops. But it feels like this is finalized. All right, so let's get through what I have a problem with. So when it comes to customization, I felt like the decals need to be better. Like you should be able to overlap decals, which they didn't let you have creativity for. But the sad part is I kind of see why they didn't do that, because the simple fact is some people get a little bit too crazy with the customizations. And I would have to say ever since the Call of Duty days with you can make your own icon, and people get creative in a nice way, then you get the more creepy way of being creative of. So I get why they're not letting you have that kind of creative control. But yeah, because I guess overlapping would let people have more ways to do things. So they gotta keep it simple, which I understand because it's not just for fans like us that are adults now. They want kids to play too. So you don't want to re-racing and see a weird icon that somebody created with the stuff that you have in the decal area. Not too bad. I wish the cars. I like the cars from Transformed a lot better, but I get it. They want you to mix and match. So I hope they add more styles into it, especially characters, because we got to play as Joker on Sunday, which is pretty cool. So, and his freaking vehicle, which is amazing. That thing looks pretty powerful. I mean, all the cars when you do customization. One thing I also wanted to mention about, since Joker got available today, we also had Festival Run, which will switch off between boost your buddies and grabbing the most rings. Now, since this is a 4v4v4, which is freaking crazy to me, team battle, I love it. This is where I finally shine. And I would have to say the boost your friends and the ring battle is freaking amazing. All right, so boost your friends. Pretty simple. The more you hit your buddies, the more y'all gain a meter to boost, and y'all become invincible and go into a whole like all-star mode to victory. Simple as that. The most boost at the end, especially if you get first place, will earn you more points to be the victor. So it was confusing at first, but I finally got it, especially with the ring battle. The more rings you get, the easier it is for you to get victory. But it's more important that you also be in first, second, or third place. You got to get those high, and it's like it's a two-factor victory: the most rings and getting into first place. It seems like, because one team got more rings than us, but we still won, which was interesting to me. But the festival was freaking amazing. I like how it adds like a battle pass style to it, where I hope that's the case when it comes out, that you don't have to buy a battle pass to earn the stuff. You just play the festival and you earn in the ribbon or how much stuff you get, especially tickets, new decals, new gadgets for your car. It was beautiful. I loved it. I had fun, especially with the team aspect of it, and it was chaos. I mean, and not to be corny, but it was chaotic. But this mode was fun and enjoyable, and you had that work like a team. Even though nobody was really talking, it was fun. I understood the assignment. They understood the assignment, and most of the times we came out in on top, victorious. It's crazy how much fun this game was. When you do customization, and you got the hoverboards as well from Sonic Riders, so you got a choice of either having a vehicle or a hoverboard. So I hope they have more designs for that. But I do wish they add more nostalgic or vintage decals, like for the Sega Dreamcast symbol, Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, Mega System, stuff like that, to add so you can do some creative stuff. Because I see some cool things. Like I designed my car based off of the Sega Dreamcast with the black covering, but you got to be as creative as you can be. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, besides the creative aspect of it, you got this new system where you have gadgets, where it gives you better upper hand, which kind of feels like an RPG element to it that you can unlock other abilities where you get a hit boost. If you hit another person's card, they give them a speed boost. You have a handling speed. Uh, you can start off with a certain power up in the game. You can actually add a gadget where you can have 3 items instead of just 2. All pretty good, especially drifting. You have a drifting that comes with a hazard as well. If you drift too much, you can also spin out and lose control. All in all, this game feels freaking finished and good because the simple fact is it's crossplay. You have Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X, PC on Epic or Steam. All that happened, and I only had a few network issues. That's another thing that I hope they touch base on because there are certain disconnects that happen, and apparently you get a penalization message from the game if you get disconnected, which is not your fault, but they penalize you for it. And that's like, I hope they work on that as well because that will suck for too many people that just get disconnected out of a match and nothing they can do. Or if I'm with my friends, I can't back out of the match and rejoin them. So you're stuck in there and have to finish the race, and then it tells you the error message of, okay, the host has disconnected and you have to, go back to the main menu. So I hope there's a way to fix that by the time the game comes out. Not too bad. So some people are griping about the price tag. Honestly, I don't care. Simple fact is that $70 is not too bad. Now, if you want to get the deluxe edition of this, it's $90. But look at Mario Kart World, it's $80. So the base game for Sonic Racing Crossworlds is $70. Not too bad. It's not too bad. You gotta look at the big picture here. It's like quantity over quality. Now, some people are doing a comparison between the two games. I don't think you need to. What I'm liking right now is that everybody has an option for kart racing. Like, if you couldn't get a Switch or you don't want to get a Switch, now you have an option to get another kart racing game, which is Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Now, I'm not going to knock people that's on the Mario Kart World. That's a great game too, but this is something that needs to be had in the gaming world. Options for you to just don't have to worry about or feeling FOMO that somebody else got a kart racing game. Because this game's pretty decent. It doesn't have an open world aspect of it, but it's still a good racing game, and it's competitive as all heck. Jesus, the sweats on this game. And the funny part is, even though I didn't win too often in the matches, I still had fun. It's a great game because the worlds are beautiful. The portals are fun to get into, especially when you get to choose which portal you want to go to. And sometimes you get a random one. Everybody goes for the random because it's kind of fun. There's certain levels that make you get mad because the simple fact is you can fall off the level. But I do see a lot of homage to the Sonic Unleashed game in this game, which makes me hope that the Werehog can be a playable character later on. Well, I'm also thinking about other DLC characters in the game because, me and my cousin and a lot of other players were talking about it. We want Beat from Jet Set Radio, or not even just Beat. Anybody else like Combo, Bubble, Gum, anybody. So it's just like you have a whole plethora of Sega characters that you can add. Some people from Golden Axe, some people from Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Vector Man. Vector Man as a playable character in this racing game would be fire. Especially if not the character, put some of their levels into the game. That's the thing I liked about Transform. Going back to Transform again, they put a lot of classic levels from other games in that game, especially the Gonax level, which was freaking creepy as all hell. I loved it. But I'm gonna let y'all cook because some of the levels I do see got modified, like the Afterburner level, which is now Metal. What's the name of the stage? Then you got Rainbow Garden, which is pretty cool. That was a good level as well. Then you got the Sand Dunes. Then you got the Mystic. There's a lot of great levels going on, especially the casino level. I want a full casino level though because that's always fun. Either way, Sonic Racing Crossroads drops this month, September 25th, I want to say. Yeah, September 25th. All right. So September 25th, we're going to be coming out running or racing. I know what you're doing. There are no real power-ups that I noticed because they did add some of the Wisp from Sonic Colors in there as powers, which is pretty cool. Let me touch base on the power-ups now. They're all freaking awesome, especially the Monster Truck one, which you also saw in Mario Kart World. That's part of. I saw it first in the closed beta for Sonic Racing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So, but they don't give you those special power-ups that we had to Transform. I'm gonna miss those, but I'm guessing that it. I don't know. I don't want to assume anything else because we're gonna see what kind of updates they're gonna do. But other than that, the power-ups are fun, especially the defense ones and the offensive ones and the hazards. I think the drill bit color one, the yellow wisp, is one of my favorite. Then you have the blue electric wisp that actually put diamonds on top of other players and you wisp right through them like a warp. and that's pretty cool. That was pretty good design. There's a lot of colorfulness going on, and it looks beautiful as a whole as a game. I don't know if I might get this on PC versus PlayStation. We'll see what happens. But man, this game was fun and I enjoyed it. But I want to hear your thoughts. How many races did you win? What was your favorite character to use? What was your favorite gadgets that you used? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you all for watching. I'll check you later. Hit that like, subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease. Beast out.
So remember, no surrender.